How's it going, everyone? TheOdie is here with the final and last chapter of Silver Creek Falls. All our mystery, all our detective. Hello, and welcome back to Silver Creek Falls. The controls are the same as before. We would like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about detail is recommended. 2 weeks before the incidents at Silver Creek Falls, Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Find the police station and speak to, oh my god, Paul is the, oh god, well, you guys read that. Hey, I'm Phil. I finally got the name down. After editing it, I figured it out. His name is Phil, not Paul. Not anything else. Phil. Good to see that the police station follows fire safety standards. I'm trying to go for his deep voice that he had for the recording. Was machen Sie? Oh god, this is German. Oh, well, hello, ich will. I don't even know. Ah, Inspector Walsingham, am I correct? Ah, you speak English, wonderful. Sorry, was my awful German so obvious? A little, but it's fine. German is a very hard language, so we appreciate it when people try to speak it. Josel told me he was meeting you this morning. I think he should be ready to see you now. Wonderful. Danke schön. Hey guys, was my German wonderful? What are you doing, Mark? Wait, I'm Mark? I thought I was Phil! God damn it. I don't know who I am anymore. Okay, let's talk. Hans, how are you, old friend? The gold stars suit you. Okay, I'll start with the accent. It's getting terrible. Mark Wilkelman, have you had breakfast yet? Yes, I had a strudel with some hot chocolate earlier. So, is your team ready? Have they gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times. I must say, Mark, it sure feels great being back in action. It will be good to work side by side again. About that, I'll be here to help drill and brief your team, but unfortunately, I have to fly to the US next week to finalize some business. So, is this it? Yep, the big fish. I leave this in your care. Don't worry, friend, I won't fail you. I know you won't, Hans. And I teleported! Present day, unknown location, Bertie County, North Carolina. Hey! You can park your car overnight here, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay then. Can we go to a hotel? I know this fantastic hotel not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk up in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what just happened? You rushed us straight to the car and had us drive here way over the speed limit. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies and called in reinforcements. There was no time. Besides, more men were coming in. I would have had to fight them all off. Let's go to my cabin. We'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path you see here. Alright. So, I guess we had an awkward drive. Just staring at the road. My cabin is just up there to the left. We need some firewood and some food for the night. You guys tired? A bit, but it's okay. What do you need? Take that little path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard I've set up. Please pick up some fruit and some firewood. No problem. Easy peasy. After all those apples I picked in the last chapter, I think I've got this. He walks just as slow as Valdez after the hotel. Speaking of which, too bad for you, Valdez. Mr. Hotel Fanatic. Okay, so we're picking up some firewood. Alright. So we're talking. So, are we gonna talk about what just happened? I'm still in a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. But how did he know we'd be there? Let's not forget that he did leave clues behind for other cops to find out what he knew. It's not impossible to assume that he'd be tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah. He could have killed us right after killing those guys in hazmat suits, but he didn't. Clearly he wants to work with us to solve the case. I guess, but we really should have stayed at the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Should I call the Bertie County police? Please, don't. This time, you're here with the FBI instead of by invitation from local police, so we should keep it in FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Sounds good. Pew 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 pew. Okay. Firewood. And food. Are they supposed to be on the floor, or are they like attached to a tree? What? I'm gonna call my unit chief now. I'll pick some fruit with you when I'm done talking. It's okay, I'm not too tired anyway, so I'll pick some up now. I'll be back when I picked enough. Cool, thanks a lot. Damn it, Sarah, you're too kind. Oh, like literally pick them up. Okay, wow, and there are more apples. I am totally and utterly surprised. Like, really? I did not expect more apples. Of course I expected apples. I think this is enough. Are you kidding me? We need more apples. You guys have no clue, but one apple is not good enough to keep you full, okay? You need to have like 50 bajillion apples. Besides, I'm an experienced apple picker. Sarah does this for a living now. She's gonna quit the enforcement and be an apple picker. She's gonna grow an orchard and pick apples for the rest of her life. That's what she's gonna survive off of. 'Cause that's clearly what we're doing now. No crab apples. Oopsies. So, what did your unit chief say? He told me to stick with Lee Davis for now, as he is a person of interest. They're sending a team over to that secret lab to investigate. That looked really bad. Just like the rooms from the sorority. You really think it was human experimentation? We'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief the photos from inside, so he has an idea of what type of crew to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something we don't. I don't know, Sarah. He might be dead after this. Remember the phone calls from last chapter? I thought they went to your voice message. I guess she hasn't checked her phone yet, though. Maybe she left her phone like at home or something. That'd be funny. Anyways, we got a total of 22 apples. Split 3-way, everyone gets 7, and they fight to the death for the last one. I think we should do as Lee Davis says and collect apples and firewood. What? Where's the firewood? I, for one, did not see any firewood. Golly. Hopefully they're... Oh, god damn it. Firewood, I like firewood. I knew that firewood would be attached to trees. It makes so much sense. No. We need more firewood. With 22 apples, we need more firewood. For every firewood we pick, we must have an equal amount of apples. That is the rule. That is the law. Speaking of which, why don't my boss an apple? And pretty much everything else from the last chapter. Did she just like drop it? Like, I don't care. I like the music. It gives off the right tone. I mean, this is definitely no music I would jam to, but it fits. And that's what I like about it. Music that fits. Man, I'm so lame. Alright. Now that we have 23 firewood. Oh no. Fan the flames. We got an achievement. We must have collected all the firewood. But we did not collect all the apples. We gotta find the... God damn it. There's gotta be more apples. We need that 23rd apple, because if we have 22 apples, then 2 people will feel left out for the last apple when you split them up. And that's not cool. If anything, it should be 1 person to feel left out, you know? That makes more sense. So, an apple fan. Achievement. It's in, like, reference to the last chapter, I get it. But hey, now we got, 24 apples! That's not cool. Not cool whatsoever. But it's an evil split, so no one will feel left out. But, one person will feel left out to place the firewood. That's not cool. Not cool whatsoever. But I can deal with it. Alright. I like how he has guns everywhere. Welcome to my cabin. Did you get the fruit and firewood? Yes, here it is. Thanks. So, can we talk about what just happened? Everyone in Silver Creek Falls thinks you're either dead or you abandoned them. I feared this, but they don't understand. Understand what? I had no choice. Here, make yourself comfortable. It's a long story. Necklace. Gotta clear up that rusty throat of mine. Alright, I think I'm ready. Go on. After I finished at the scene of the car crash, I decided to look over the bloodbath at the sorority house again. It was, after all, the scene that contained the most evidence. Something about it bothered, and I knew something about it was so off. It was house full of blood. Nothing about it was right. I mean, the fact that there were no signs of forced entry, that someone achieved so much carnage with no resistance in entering the house. It's bizarre. It's true, normally you'd think after the first murder, at least one of the other girls would have heard something and locked themselves in their room or tried to escape or fight the perpetrator. Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. Singing and chanting? So there is a summoning? So they were all in the same room? Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams if they had been assaulted? Yes, so I went there to investigate again. As I walked through to the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching in the room most to the right. I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... What was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but had a smooth coat, like a beaver or an otter, but the hair was whitish gray. What? I only caught a brief look as it then lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me down to the floor and began trying to pin me down. Fortunately, I was able to push it off, then punch it in the chest as I stood up and lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face and I knocked it back 3 feet. It then scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. My god, so those do lead somewhere. So, what did you do after? I realized that whatever I had just fought was not normal. I had already felt a presence tailing me for a while, so I then knew I truly was not safe. I then packed up my stuff, left a note and cassettes for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town? You coward! Why did you do that? Sarah, calm down, let the man speak. Let's not forget, he just saved our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed my report telling it as it happened and then requested reinforcements, no one around Raylan would have believed me, so I did what I had to do. He disappeared. Why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Simple. I expected the boy to inform his superiors in Rayleigh that I had gone missing so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course you just faked your signature and got Inspector Moore and I on the case instead. And I hired the FBI too. It all went even better than I expected. Theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eyes on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Furthermore, I expected the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. But then the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. That's so suspicious. So how was it that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? I had actually been trailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues so you could follow and find out what I knew and perhaps use your status, Agent Valdez, as an FBI agent to then be able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself to us so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park and entered the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood guard close to the secret lab in case they sent more men. Which they did in the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. So, what did you see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. Is it okay if I go and lie down for a while? We were up all night in the secret lab. Certainly. Go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put in fresh sheets. You have quite a collection of books. Food for the mind. Your collection of food of mine. It's a locker. I appreciate it. Go there myself. Sorry. This is a beautiful photo. Deputy Hill told me about how you were into photography. Oh, where was this photo taken? North Dakota. Beautiful country up there. I wouldn't know. I've never been to North Dakota. I'd appreciate if you didn't go there myself. Sorry. There's a more comfortable bed in the other room. Go ahead and take that one for the night. I'll be fine sleeping on the couch. That doesn't look like a couch to me. Oh, this must be the bedroom. But I'm not done exploring. Locked. No surprise, really. Clearly Lee is somewhere who values his privacy. Oh, that's a desk. I was about to say, how's the table locked? But, yeah, he totally does, doesn't he? Oh, okay, I see. So he's gonna sleep on the couch. Valdez disappeared. Valdez? Okay. You be you then. Weirdo. What? I'm dreaming, aren't I? There's fire. Non-moving fire. God, I hate dreams that stop time. Welcome, traveler. Where am I? This place is known as Spera, the home of Espers. Spera? You are a seeker of truth, no? Go forth and hear the chants of the Espers. Great. Weirdos. I love it when I meet weirdos. Everyone in the sorority died because of me. It's all my fault. I can never let this go. They will never forgive me. Esper gem collected. Okay. I was the first in my family to go to college. They were all so proud of me when I got accepted. Now what? Well, seems like you're dead now. Sorry. Rebecca, where are you? What happened to us? I'm sorry. Colonel, can you hear me? Did I do my duty? I hope so. So these are the souls of everyone who died, eh? Or Espers, as they call it. I worked so hard, took 2 jobs to pay the bills. I could have been a doctor. I should have been a doctor. I don't know. Being a doctor is a lot of work. This place in the Espers, they're so sad. Who are you? Who I am is not important. Have I died? Are you an angel? Angel? It's funny. I haven't heard that term for a long time. Some would call me an angel. Others would call me a demon. I also go by the title, the Interloper, the Guardian of Espers, or Patron of Truth. Call me Alpheus for now. I know you humans enjoy calling each other by first name, sorry. Humans? Well, clearly he's an angel devil, so he's not human. Get with the program, Clara. I mean, Sarah. Brother, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. Now my blood mixes with the hot sand. Sua sponte. Hopefully I said that right. Sounded like I said it right. I didn't ask for this. I thought rural policemen didn't die. The show was supposed to be easy. I was such a fool. I'm trying to guess who each Esper is, but can I? No. Mainly because I can't remember every character. All I wanted to do was to protect my country. I worked so hard and followed all the rules. They say the greatest honor for those like me is to die in the line of duty. Was it all worth it? I don't know. Was it all worth it? I don't know. I hope Leah will be fine now that I'm gone. I hope they don't come after her. I miss her so much. I wish I could see her beautiful smile one last time. Aw, Fryman is a really nice guy. He just seemed like a dookie face from the stories. The Espers. Are they the souls of those killed? Souls, yes. I believe that is what you humans call it. The Espers represent the voices of those who left too early, those whose time was cut short by injustice. Their voices muted. The Espers represent their dreams, desires, and regrets, their love, their soul. I tend to them here in my garden, but it must be a seeker like you who must find their truth so they can reach fruition and be at peace. You have spent enough time here, Seeker. It is time for you to return. Farewell, Seeker. Wait, I have so many questions. I know you do. That is why I made you their Seeker. Wait, what? The sun is rising. I must go, Seeker. What? Will I ever see you again? Yes, in time. Farewell. Yo, this story just keeps getting more and more in depth. The next day. Oh my god, it's like, what day number is it? I don't know. Let's just call it the next day. Good morning, Valdez. Good morning, Lee. Boy, that was a really weird dream. I need to go find Lee and Valdez and tell them about it because, you know... Hey, where's my items? Oh, I kinda was hoping I kept my apples at least, you know? Valdez. Good morning, Sarah. Did you sleep well? Like a baby. She always sleeps like a baby. Thanks, Valdez. Actually, I kinda had a weird dream, but I'm sure babies get weird dreams too. By the way, I never got your first name. Rodrigo. Named after my grandfather. In high school and college, everyone called me Rod though. Wow, Rod Valdez. Rod, cool. So, any news from your unit chief? They're going to do a major investigation into Bolt Pharmaceutical and try to scrape up enough evidence for a case. Enough evidence? Didn't they look inside the lab? When the crew got there, the computers had been wiped blank and rooms cleaned up. Damn it. I knew we should have stayed. How about the bodies? Also gone. The security must have detected the intrusion and must have also got suspicion after those hazmat guys didn't come back. It cleaned up really quickly. This stinks. We should have stayed. No, I think Lee made the right call yesterday. He might have sent a larger force and we would have been outmanned and outgunned. I don't know about you, but I'm more of an investigation specialist. Not much of a fighter. I can shoot, but I'm not a seasoned veteran like Lee. I fired my weapon a few times when I was a Massachusetts State Trooper, but you're right. We were in a bad position to fight. On that subject, where's Lee? My unit chief wanted me to bring in Lee so he could answer a few questions. I told Lee and he said he'd much rather not, so he's been enjoying his newfound anonymity. Besides, a strong old soldier like Lee? Are you kidding me? How can I bring him in? I'm gonna tell my unit chief that he slipped away in the night. Fair enough. What happened? Though, for real. The man saved my life. I respect him way too much to ask him to come in. This morning, he and I had breakfast and he left soon after. I agreed to cover up for him. We shook hands and he went on his way. Who knows what adventure lies next for him? What about us? Are we going back to the lab to investigate more? Unfortunately, I've been taken off the case. I've been moved to another one. They want me to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to look into this old Clyde character. Oh, Clyde. Do we meet him in this game? Yeah, he sounds so familiar. Oh yeah, old Clyde, right, the hobo, right? They want me to see if he has any relation to the case in Walleye Head. What about me? I'm sorry, Sarah, but since I'm off the case, that means you're off the case too. I'll fly to Oklahoma tonight. We can go to the airport together, and I've been instructed to buy your ticket back to Virginia for you. This really stinks. I can't believe you're just fine to be taken off the case. It happens more often than you think. You have to remember that it was Agent West who was the senior agent, not me. They want to put someone more experienced on it now. I'm sorry, Sarah. Guess I have no choice. Shall we go to the car? Yeah, a security detail is going to meet us at the convenience store. You should be there by now. God dang it. I hate when that happens. But, you know it ain't over. There's always more to do. Hopefully Lee will be alive by the time we come back. Or Sarah does. I'm not sure about Valdez. Well, there's the security detail. Thanks for walking me to my car. What? I wasn't born yesterday. I know you still want to stay on this case and finish it. I know flying you to Virginia isn't gonna stop you working on this case. Lee gave me this note to give to you. It's for your eyes only. Open it later. It will tell you where you can find them. There's still work to be done. Valdez, I don't know what to say. I'll see you around, Sarah. Any national barbecue or pizza related competition and you know I'm there. Goodbye, Special Agent Valdez. Choo! Take care, Detective Fitzgerald. Wow, he's so cool. Rod. Such a hero. Such an amazing guy. Such a food lover. Alright. Due east of the convenience store, there's a small village by the lake. There's more work to do. Find me there. Lee Davis. Well then, guys, how long's he? We're off to the village to find Lee. I was gonna say Valdez because it sounded more catchier that way, but I guess Lee's okay too. Food, boat rentals, bait and tackle, hunting and fishing gear. Why don't these two stores just combine, you know? Actually, those 3 stores can just combine, but I guess they're like, must have made some sort of pact. Schwartz Fishery Warehouse, number 36. Get with the Schwartz. Oh, there you are, Lee. Detective Fitzgerald, I see you received my note. Special Agent Valdez gave it to me. He told me about you and the FBI. It's a shame he was moved to another case. Valdez is a good man. I don't blame him for taking the easy way out. What's that supposed to mean? Don't you understand what's happening? A very powerful person was about to be exposed by this investigation and decided to pull strings to have him reassigned. Boat? Perhaps. Or maybe somebody even more powerful. Is Valdez in danger? We should warn him. You saw what happened to Agent West, right? He'll be fine. Valdez is a smart man. He knows how the game works. The game? Valdez is a good agent. But more importantly, he's a good tin soldier. He takes orders from above without question. Look at his transfer to this other case as an example. He didn't fight his unit chief on it at all. He was happy for the case to be handed to someone else. He knows as long as he does that, he'll never be in any real danger. Besides, he has a wide network of contacts on his own. He knows if he's wanted and what to do to no longer be wanted. For example, look at this silly little mission they've sent him on. They sent him to Tulsa to follow a lead on 2 missing village fish packers from North Carolina. An FBI agent on a missing persons case? Are you kidding me? They'll fly him all the way to Oklahoma, put him in a hotel for 3 days, and even cover his food. All for a case that will not be solved thanks to his trip there. If that isn't misuse of Bureau money, then I don't know what is. So Valdez will be fine? I'll put it this way. The copious amount of barbecue and pizza the boy consumes is at greater risk to his life than any of these scenarios you are imagining. I can believe that. So what's our next step concerning the case? As you heard, the computers at the secret lab were wiped clean before the new FBI team got there, so we don't have enough evidence to make a compelling case anymore. How about the photos Valdez and I took? You mean the photos you two took after illegally breaking into a private facility? Yeah, Bolt's lawyer will shred that up in 2 seconds. We need those files to make a convincing case, so we can finally see justice for all those victims. Any ideas? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have an informant who I have doing some undercover recon. She has yielded some highly useful information. As a matter of fact, you have met her before. Really? Who is it? I bet it's the library girl. Skye Davison. No way! Getting high with Skye. She came to me thirsty for justice after what had been done to her friend Rebecca Olson. She told me we are to meet her at her secret hideout today, as she has some very important information for us. Where's her secret hideout? It's an old abandoned house northwest of this lake. Let's go. We have to meet her before noon. Cool, teleportation. I love it when that happens. It's just up here at the end of this path. It's a nice old house from the 50s. Skye found it a couple of weeks ago, and we used it to discuss the case. Okie dokie then. So far so good. Lee, look at all that broken glass and blood. Did the house always look like this? Not at all. Damn it, Skye. Where are you, Skye? We need to go in. Find Skye Davison. Don't worry, Skye will save you. Wait, what? It's so clean inside. Is the furniture normally thrown around like this? No, not at all. Skye and I fixed this place up so she could stay here a while. Clearly something happened. We need to find Skye. I hear some noises. I'm going to go see if there is someone out back. Can you check to see if there is anyone in the living room or in the front? Isn't it a bad idea to split up? Walk quietly and check your corners. If you see anyone, do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Just find me and I'll handle it. Okay. I like to minimize the use of my firearm anyway, especially since I'm strictly speaking not on the job. Alright, Lee, let's do this. Take your time too. It's okay. Hopefully I can find some bolt cutters. I found some bolt cutters. Damn, I'm really good at this puzzle. Is there a pair of bolt cutters? They're broken though.